Live, Wednesday night, part 2. We are standing by waiting for Michelle Medlock Adams, but we will proceed and switch to our studio number 6 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that. Hey, welcome to PJNet Live second half. We are standing by waiting for Michelle Medlock Adams. I just texted her the link to the studio. She's been traveling today. So I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of do some things we don't normally get to do. Like, I want to thank everybody in the chat room at patriotjournalist.com. All of you there are making this an experience that anybody and everybody can enjoy. I love seeing the comments, the prayer requests. It's just a family. And I do see that Michelle Medlock Adams has joined us, and she will be in frame here shortly. And I'm hearing all kind of things in my ears. I wanted to comment on a couple of things I saw on social media today. Ben Cooper, I think, is in our chat room. A simple picture of a dandelion. I did not know that dandelions can work all or bloom all year long. What I'm going to do, this is going to be a bit awkward, folks. Okay, so just bear with us. Really, it's okay. It's okay, Michelle. We are going to, well, as they would say, wing it. Okay? And what I'm doing right now, folks, I know you cannot see, but nonetheless, okay, let me show you how this works. First, you're going to know this is live. No doubt about it. I know. Michelle, you want to turn your phone up and down maybe? And try it that way? I can fix it.
Seriously.
Yeah, try it. Rotate it 90 degrees and let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, she's getting coaching now from somebody else. If you want to turn it, that's Bethany. Oh no. Okay, here, y'all. There you go. Look, we're gonna make this work. Okay, I know this. What? Yes, you can. You can hear me. Oh, Michelle's wearing the headphones, and whoops, she gave up and tried. All right. Well, what I was going to say is Ben Cooper pointed out that dandelions can bloom all year long, and they do. Well, we've got enough Christian Easter lilies, so to speak. It's good to know that as Christians, we bloom year-round, or at least that's the plan. Are you a dandelion Christian, or are you one of those Easter lily-only Christians, Another thing, I'm looking forward to JD, and there's Michelle once again with her, you can't hear me. Well, gosh, Michelle. She apparently cannot hear me. Nope. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Michelle back in the picture. Folks, I hope that you find our anguish here entertaining. Okay, well, let's go with it. Michelle, this is a little awkward, but we're going to do it. We can see some of you, except you just froze up. There we go. Michelle, you have been traveling all day today.
Yes.
Bethany's coming in. Hi, Bethany. She can't hear me. So
she can now. I'm giving her an earphone.
Oh, y'all are going to just get real close, aren't you? It'll work better for you. Now you got the idea.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. There you have the team. Michelle Medlock Adams right there. And way over there, her partner in crime, Bethany Jett. Now, you're not in Indiana. You're not 30,000 feet in the sky. The rapture has not occurred. We're all still here.
Yep. Okay. I flew to Tampa this evening, and Kyle, our agent and our buddy and our best friend and our business partner, also flew to Tampa. And so he and his wife Patty and their children are in the other room with all of Bethany's children. And so we're in here trying to make this work. So it's on the fly, but I didn't want to not see you guys tonight. So we thought we would talk all things planning, because this is like numero uno planner, and we're going to be doing some of that this week. And I brought my planners down. I now have 3. Like, I don't know if you can see them. This one, and then these 2. I mean, I'm all about the planning, trying to get organized for 2020. And we thought we would talk about maybe getting organized and getting stuff. We talked about New Year's resolutions last week, and so now we're talking about getting plans, because it's just a dream unless you have a plan to go with it, right?
It's only a dream. If you have a plan, it becomes a goal. Now, let me tell you what you don't know. This may be very significant. We just heard in the previous segment from Becky Lindsay, and she described in some detail her prayer journaling. So I'm wondering, as we talk about these planners, would it be possible to incorporate journaling, prayer journaling, in that same planner? That come on.
Yes.
We also do that. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's called Franken planning, when you take different kinds of planners and put them together. So in my family planner here, I have 3 months of family life. And then they have, this is the happy planner. They have guided pages for journaling. And then they also have a faith planner. And I don't know how well it'll show up, but it has actual spots for scripture reading.
Yes.
Observation and an application. And sometimes I'll cover over those words and put prayer requests.
Yes.
Or what I've read in my Bible study that day, and kind of keep track that way too. So that way I'm only carrying 3 months at a time for all of those things in one planner, and then I switch it out.
For those of you who don't know Bethany, she is the planner, queen. I think you even published one of your very own, didn't you not?
I did for almost 3 years because I couldn't find one that worked for me. And then I found a happy planner, and I was obsessed from that point on.
And then she got me hooked.
Yeah, she just completed her master's in marketing, and she was already so good at it, she published a book that had nothing in it. You have to fill it in yourself.
Oh, the planner.
That's right. It was all do it yourself. It was one of my favorite planners. I loved it. It was a really good one.
Now who all's down there at this event you're at?
Well, we're doing a Serious Writer one-day tour stop at Tampa on Saturday, and there's Kyle and Bethany and myself, and then Nakia, Nakia that you also know of what Change Her Story Publishing.
Yeah,
she's also going to be teaching. So all of us will be at that one-day event. Actually, there are 4 spots left now, I think.
Yeah, we're down to like
the last 4 spots. If you are in the area and you want to come join us on Saturday, it's Saturday. So I flew in for that, but we're also going to have a whole week of just planning. That's we're planning all week and going through our all of our goals for this year, and celebrating some of the goals we achieved last year, and just being with each other. We never get that at a conference. You know how it's pretty busy. You've been to the conferences, how it's just always go, and there's very little downtime. So we're excited to have this time to really just kind of reflect and rejoice and praise the Lord, and then set new goals, because we've got big ones. So maybe that's what y'all are doing tonight. I hope in the chat room they're doing that this is the month where people kind of take inventory over the last year and start setting new goals for this year, and then getting a plan to achieve those goals. So that's what we're doing, and I think that what Becky said is great. Like the prayer journaling, I do that too when I'm having my prayer time with God. Like when I'm having my individual time, prayer is a two-way street. It's not just you with a big laundry list of things that God do this and thank you for this, but could you please attend to this and bless this person? But it's also just sitting in His presence and letting Him talk to you. And so that's why the prayer journaling is so important. Just to, when you get those that still small voice talking to you, you can make little notes in your planner. It's important to have that nearby because you'll forget.
Oh, don't we? And that was one of the topics we talked about. We all live our lives where we do things that require our absolute attention and focus, and it's no problem to bear down on that and work on it until it's completed. But yet, the minute I start trying to pray, my mind is just taken away to other thoughts, and I just have to rebuke the devil for doing that. It's hard to focus, and yet, but boy, when we need something, we want God focused on us.
Right then, it's like, gimme, my name is Jimmy, bring it down, right? Yeah.
That's your next children's book.
That's my name is Jimmy. There we go. That'll be my next kid's book. But I think that's exactly how most of us are. We have our agenda when we go to the Lord, and we want to get through all this, and we've got only a set amount of time. And don't you know, God's if they're going, I've got some stuff to impart to you. If you just be still for a minute, I've got some stuff for you, which, talking to me, Coach, it's hard for me to be still ever. So it's you have to practice that. It's called practicing His presence. So it's true.
Yeah, Michelle, you've written so many children's books that have been a blessing to so many children, but I just have this vision of writing a children's book based on adult behavior.
That's pretty much what I do, yeah. From all of my conversations. You want to see my latest one? I don't know if it's going to be backwards. It might be, but it's called Bigger Than the Sky. Look how pretty
Well,
it is. That. Got that foil treatment.
I finally got. I've been kind of switching it back and forth because I couldn't find anything to read back there. Now we actually have it. If you'll do it about now, there it is. Bigger than the
sky. I said it's actually I Love You Bigger Than the Sky. It comes out in April, and it's with Worthy Kids, and it is so pretty. It's got that foil treatment. It's kind of a little like padded cover book.
It's beautiful,
and I love it so much. I mean, I loved it when I wrote it, but to see the artwork and to see what they put. I mean, look at this spread. It's just beautiful. It's frameable. Like I think it's just so pretty. It's really pretty. Okay, can I read you a little bit? Because I'm so excited.
Read us a children's story. There you go.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to read you a little bedtime story here. I love you bigger than the sky. You make my spirit soar. Just when I think my heart is full, I love you even more. Oh, as we're coming up on Valentine's Day, how cute is that? Look at the eagles. Isn't it pretty? I know. I love it. I'll just read you a couple stanzas. This is my favorite stanza. I love you more than this whole world, more than the brightest star. I love you more than cheddar cheese, my favorite cheese by far. And look at the cute little mice. They're so cute. I know. And then, there's all these little animals. And then it ends with humans. We go through all the animals. Like, here's the wolves. I love you bigger than the moon. You make me howl with pride. My favorite place is next to you. I love you by my side. I can't wait to read this to my own grandkids. Like, it's precious. And then the very end says, I love you brighter than the sun that fills the big blue sky. If hearts could smile, I know mine would, and you're the reason why. Oh, look at the little mom. I don't know if I'm getting in the screen. No, there we go. Wait.
I love it so much.
I don't know how to do it. I'll be getting the screen. I can't do blogs to get the screen. Wait, you can kind of see it. So anyway, you'll have to buy it, but you can pre-order it on Amazon. I'm so excited about it. I just love
beautiful.
it. Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
I just got to show it to her a few minutes ago. We were in there looking at it.
I'm
sorry, we're all over the place. We're so excited.
For real? I didn't know.
I know you can't tell, right?
I get that way. I've been playing with some new toys. I won't talk about that now because it's your time. But I just got this thought. You could take a book like the one you just read from. If we could find, if the Lord would lead us to somebody talented, they could turn that into a song, and we could use the book as a video with that song. So, Lord, send us someone musically talented to turn these books into songs. We'll have to work up something with the copyright holder or whatever, but...
my son-in-law could probably do that. He wrote a jingle for one of my other books that never came out, but maybe it will sometime. Micah Pace is pretty daggone good. Yeah, he's really amazing. He's been a praise and worship leader at a couple of the Serious Writer conferences.
And you
when Cody wasn't there.
Couldn't sell the jingle, huh?
Well, we haven't sold it yet. We haven't sold that book yet. If that book ever comes out, that jingle's really spot on. It's cute.
Well, I promise you that I will not be singing any jingles or anything else. God gives everybody a gift, folks, and I'm serious. It may be writing, it may be technology, it might be a prayer warrior, it might be music, singing, hair cutting, who knows? Mine is not singing, I promise. But folks, what you're doing, it sounds to me like what's going on this week is some strategic planning on the part of Serious Writers, and I gotta tip my hat to Kyle for his leadership.
It's amazing.
He
kind of keeps us all in order, doesn't he?
Well, he likes the boss.
We want to get T-shirts made, Coach, that say # You're not the boss of me, because he bosses us a lot. But
he's not the boss.
Yeah, the hardest thing in the world to do is manage volunteers, because they don't have to do this. Yeah. I learned this in disaster relief. When you're in charge, when you have employees, you can tell them what to do. But people are different, when they're volunteering. But Kyle's leadership, I'm impressed that he would do this kind of thing and do it. I guess it's kind of like a retreat for you all, too.
A little bit.
There are 6 kids in there on Army cots, so I don't know what kind of retreat would have that.
My husband is in the military, and he has military cots lined up. All the boys are down there. They are actually laying in bed, which I was so surprised.
They are watching TV right above their head. It's a party. It's going to be a planning party and a writing party. We've got deadlines we have to hit this week. I'll tell you another thing that's hot off the press. Kyle Young and I are doing a book with many of the people you've had on your show and will have on your show. It's a Christian. It's how to write the Christian children's book from board book to YA. It's the only one of its kind. There's all kinds of secular books out there for the ABA market about writing kids' books, but there's never been one done for the children's market. And so we've got like all these amazing writers and editors from the children's book realm in the CBA market who are contributing chapters, and then we're writing the other half. And like, I'm so excited about it. We're working on that this week as well.
You know, when I go to these conferences and see Kyle speaking and knowing that he played for the Michigan team that was the national champions, and to see him start
got
talking
the rings
about,
to prove it.
Oh yeah, and he starts talking about him writing children's books. I'm like,
and he's quite good. You know, the way we met is he came to a conference and I was on faculty and he did like one of those 15-minute appointments, and he showed me this like princess book. Like, who is this? This guy that played in the line at Michigan showed me a princess book. I couldn't figure it out, and it was so good. Like, his meter was spot on. It was precious. It made me want to cry. I'm like, I just couldn't figure this guy out. And then I watched him walk up and get like 13 awards in the back of the room, this big football player guy, and he kept winning all these awards, and it would take him like a half hour to get to the front of the room. I'm like, could I get him a chair down front? We're all clapping. My hands were raw, because it took him so long. But he's an amazing writer. He's got children's books coming out now too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's here. I think he's helping keep the kids wrangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he could do a good job at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he just
I wouldn't sass him.
No, if he stood in the way, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but we do. But if I was a kid, I might not.
Yeah. Bethany, congratulations on finishing up your master's.
Thank you. I was told tonight that I'm not allowed to do any more school ever again.
Cut off.
Kyle and
She
Michelle.
graduated with a 4.0. She got her final grade tonight. We're so proud of her. But if she goes to the doctorate, we're quitting. Or none of us are going to be business partner with her ever again. Because we need her.
It was a long 2 years.
It was a long 2 years. But we're so proud of her. She's amazing.
Bethany, and during this time, you were doing an incredible amount of production.
I was looking back over the last 2 years. Michelle and I started our company. Kyle and I merged because we had our own companies. We merged those. That all happened in 2017.
Yes.
I started school. My husband deployed for 6 months and then has done like 20 to 30 other deployments during that time. And I was homeschooling, and we moved. We wrote 2 books. I did another one.
You did another one yourself.
And it's been nuts. It's been nuts. But it was God's timing. And I knew
all the conferences.
And all the conferences, I was always up doing schoolwork or, working around that. It was not easy, but I just cried when I got my final grades today. And I told my dad, he's a professor, an honors professor at USF. And so he's very much in academia.
Yeah.
I said, I keep feeling like I have schoolwork to do. And he's like, that'll last for a little while. And then tonight I got my grades, and I just cried, and I sat down and said,
so proud.
I feel like it's done now. I feel like it's done, and I can apply it. Now I'm excited to apply all of that to our books, our companies, our clients.
You've already been doing that, because as I learned all these things along the way, she would bring it to Platinum Literary and also to Serious Writer. And so, we're getting hot off the press, like the newest technology, the newest ways of doing things, the better way of doing things. It's great. We all get to benefit from her schooling.
Bethany, no sooner do you rejoice over that accomplishment than you turn on the television and the ACC has another shot to be the national champion, and poof.
I know, but I thought LSU did such a good job this year. I was happy that they won, although I was rooting for Clemson. But LSU did such a great job. They really did. They deserved the win.
They deserved it. They really did.
They did.
And I have friends in New Orleans, and I was talking to Kyle last night. He's not Kyle, Dell, on the program. I don't think he has any idea what he's walking into. He's going to write a book about Auburn and Alabama. I said, Dell, you're from up there. You're coming down here, and they're going to know. So you're starting off. We have a word for you.
You're
folks.
a northerner. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a word for that. And I said, you have no idea the intensity when you go to Alabama. Because I have a lot of friends, I travel there often. It is very, very serious. But those are both very good football programs. But fortunately, he's not there to do football. He's there on a higher calling. So I hope God will provide him sanctuary, protection, and guidance and discernment, because
we'll be praying Psalm 91 over him.
That's right.
We will. Well, girls, we made it. We started a little late because we had a little connection issue there. So if you want to take a couple of minutes to just open mic, share whatever's on your mind, and we'll wrap it up and tell us your thoughts.
All right. Well, we were just kind of talking about the planning thing because, you know, even though we're kind of fly by the seat of our pants sort of gals, I mean, we can do things, we can wing it. Queen of wing, we call ourselves. Really, we can get so much more accomplished when you just take time to kind of think through and have a plan. And we like to do that strategic planning. And really, when we get together and we sit down and Kyle and Bethany and I, we can really get a lot done. Like when you start thinking about the logistics of how to accomplish something, all of a sudden it's like taking a small bite out of this huge pizza. It doesn't seem so overwhelming. And we that's how I feel like that's how we've been able to accomplish the things that we've been able to accomplish in the past couple of years. People will always ask, do you guys sleep? Do you know, what kind of vitamins do you take? And we laugh and like, well, we probably need to sleep a little more. And that's one of our goals is to not be so crazy. But I think part of it is just, you're so driven because you're so excited about what God has given you to do that you just want to do it all. But you have to have a plan for the things and have it in the right order. And that's something that God is teaching me like daily. And so, you know, I'm repenting for the deadlines I have missed and the balls I have dropped and hoping to get better at that. But it's all about, if it's not written in my planner, it doesn't exist in my world. If it doesn't get in there, because I guarantee you I will forget it by tomorrow. And good example, I got a call yesterday confirming my February 21st women's conference. Had no idea I was speaking, and I'm like, well, I don't have anything in my planner, but I'll be happy to show up. Well, there you go. So I'm telling you, I'm learning. So I'm really thankful that my business partner, that is her strength, because it isn't one of mine. So I'm learning.
We complement each other so well, though.
Yeah.
Like we have to.
Folks, there you have it. Two blondes. You know, Michelle, I've compared you with an octopus on roller skates, but I don't think I don't think that's enough. Now I'm starting to wonder if you blow up a balloon and just let it go.
Sometimes that might be sometimes who I am. Jeff always laughs. He's like, it's amazing how organized you are in your writing because, you know, we don't know where the scissors are in the house for years. Like we probably have 27 pairs somewhere in all the drawers. We don't know. But I'm organization, not one of my strengths, not one of my, just like we talked about giftings, that is not one of mine. In fact, she's going to fly up to Indiana and help me organize my office because that's something that she's really good at and I'm really not. So I'm excited that isn't it great to have people in your life that can kind of balance you out? Like you have strengths that you can help them with, and then they have strengths that they can help you with. And that's how it's supposed to be in the body of Christ. I love that we can be that for each other.
Yeah, that Bethany, take pictures. In fact, go ahead and invite the HGTV people to come show.
Yes,
it will be tantamount to a remodeling. I'm sure.
Yes,
I'm excited.
I am too because I've got a great office. It just needs to be organized.
You do have a great office. I'm so thrilled.
Yeah.
Well, I need someone, and actually I do have someone. Mike Wrinkle is my sort of carpenter, but the Eagle's Nest is a constant. It's mutating all the time and stuff stacked up and it's just but but it feels good when you get it all done. You look at it and it's like the bridge of the Enterprise. Everything's just and say let's see what's out there. So, girls, hey, I know it was kind of winging it tonight. But thank you for making us a part of your plan here on PJNet Live. We are always glad to hear from you and see you, and I can't wait to hear the report next week about this time.
Next week.
Yeah.
About definitely this time. Report.
We'll do it.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Have fun. Well, I hope you were able to glean something useful out of all of that because that was that's a lot. So I'm going to play the game film over and over and over and harvest some of the wisdom that came from that. As I was saying, I'm going to kind of mute them back there. Okay, now, no more voices in my head. It's just us. Wanted to say a special thank you to those of you in the chat room. I know I started that earlier, but I was kind of multitasking. Folks, you make PJNet Live what it is, and I thank you, and I love to see the prayer requests. I love to see the testimony, the praises, and the fellowship there. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'll put a link to it. It's a video that I made using some of the new gear we got. Dale Didway's got some ideas to expand PJNet.tv once we get that transition completed. And so we tested the wireless microphones that are in a pair. Folks, they work beautifully. They're very affordable. They're relatively, I mean, I don't want to like to use the word cheap. There are some cheaper ones out there, but I tested them. They work very, very well. And I'm just looking forward to all the changes, that are coming about, the growth that we're experiencing. Senior moment. The view counts on the videos that we're seeing on social media are going up. The logo company, I did not hear from them today. Now, I think they're in the UK, but there was a revision on the new logo for pjnet.tv. I hope to hear from them. Now, tomorrow, my day job will consume most of my day. I have already cut the promotional video, but tomorrow we will have Andy Clapp will be here. Now, he's been here a couple of times, but normally filling in for others. But he will actually be on the second Monday of every month, starting in February. But if you haven't met Andy Clapp, he'll be here tomorrow at 9 p.m., followed by J.D. Wininger. Now, if you haven't been to jdwininger.com, read his blog, do your homework so you'll be prepared to talk about parasites, because there's real parasites like in his cattle, but there are also spiritual parasites. Well, that's the update for now. I'll leave you with two questions. First, what is the boldest thing you've ever done for Christ? And the second is, when exactly was that? And my challenge is this: never be satisfied with either answer.